Hey there, have you ever really stopped to think about who's in charge of your city? Who makes sure the lights come on, the water runs, and the parks are clean? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and meet the team that runs your city. Let's dive right in. Okay, just for a second, I want you to picture this. You wake up one morning, you go to the tap, and nothing. Not a drop of water. Then you step outside, and there are just piles and piles of garbage everywhere. It smells awful, and the streetlights are all out. Sounds like a total nightmare, right? That's what could happen if nobody was in charge. But you can breathe easy, because thankfully, we don't have to live in that chaos. In every single city and town, there's a special team working hard behind the scenes, making sure everything keeps running just the way it should. So, who are these mystery helpers anyway? What do we call them? Let's find out. All right, the official name is a bit of a mouthful. It's called the Urban Local Self-Government. But really, all it means is that it's a government just for your local area, your city, your town, run by people who really get what that specific place needs. Now, when we're talking about the really, really big cities, places like Delhi, Mumbai, or Kolkata, this special team gets a special name, the Municipal Corporation. They're the ones who tackle all the giant challenges that come with a huge city. Any team is only as good as its players. So let's meet the key people who make up this municipal corporation. First up, you've got the mayor. The mayor is the head honcho, the leader of the whole operation. The best way to think about them is as the team captain. They lead the meetings and are basically the public face of the city's government. And then you have the councilors. These are your team players. And here's the really cool part. They're chosen by you. Well, by the adults in your city anyway. Each counselor represents a different part of the city, so if your neighborhood has a problem, your local counselor is the person you talk to. So how long do they get to do this super important job? Well, the mayor and the counselors are elected for a term of 5 years. After those 5 years are up, it's back to the citizens to decide if they did a good job and should stay, or if it's time for some new players on the team. Okay, but there's one more really important person we need to talk about, the municipal commissioner. Now, this role is a little different. The commissioner isn't elected by the people. Instead, they're a supervisor who's appointed by the state government. Their whole job is to make sure that all the great ideas and decisions from the mayor and councilors actually happen, and happen the right way. All right, we've met the team. But what do they actually do all day? Let's take a peek at their official to-do list. You'll see it split into two main categories. So on one side, you have the must-do list. This is the non-negotiable stuff, the absolute essentials that a city needs to survive. And on the other side, you have the nice-to-do list. These are the things that make living in the city not just bearable, but actually awesome. Let's start with the must-do list. This is all about keeping us safe and healthy. We're talking about clean drinking water, making sure hospitals are running, and, of course, picking up the garbage. They're also in charge of building our roads, keeping the fire brigade ready, and even checking the food in stores to make sure it's safe to eat. These are the services we count on every single day. Next up, the nice to-do list. This is the fun stuff, the things that improve our quality of life. Think about public parks where you can hang out, libraries where you can get lost in a book, and even zoos. This list is all about making a city a vibrant, exciting, and supportive community to be a part of. Okay, so we've covered mayors, to-do lists, the whole shebang. But why does any of this really matter to you? Let's connect all the dots and wrap this up. So, here's a quick summary. First, this whole team exists to keep our cities clean, safe, and running smoothly. That's job number one. Second, remember, the team members are elected. That means they're supposed to be our voice, representing what we need. And third, their work touches our lives every single day from the moment we wake up to when we go to sleep. And that's the lowdown on how your city is run. But I want to leave you with one final question to think about. If you were the mayor, just for one day, with all that power, what would be the very first thing you would do to make your city a better place? Give it some thought. Thanks for tuning in.